What's up, YouTube? It's MG, and I'm back. Today I'm into the Microsoft Surface Duo. So what now? Now we wait. Now, we scour the internet to try and find information to validate our opinion on the device in question, this being the Surface Duo. Either reasons to justify you wanting to break it down, or reasons from others to justify you wanting to let it up. At least that's what most people do. Me personally, I scour the internet just to get information in general. Get all the details I can on the device and try to understand the device and perhaps the reasons why the creators of said device chose certain things that they chose, went in certain directions. There's a meaning or a method to the madness, as they say. And me personally, I try to decipher that before I jump in to try and destroy it. Me personally, I'd rather deconstruct it, get into the nitty-gritty of it, and build it back up in a way I understand it better, and those who I share my opinion with can also understand it better, at least from my point of view. And that's what I've been doing. I've gone online, I've read the posts from the various social media sources, all of that to get a more cohesive picture of what the engineers behind this device were trying to do. Microsoft has gone to great lengths to try and inform you, the buyer, of what they see this device as. Now, they don't push it as a phone. If you watch the sizzle reel that they create for the device, if you look at how exactly it was put together, it's almost, they have the phone call coming in at the end as if it was an afterthought, and the actress walks off screen saying, "Hello, are you ready?" Asking you, the viewer, are you ready for a device that can do all of these things and in a pinch make a phone call? And I think if you view the device in that particular light, it takes on a new life there. I spent the last 2 days watching YouTube videos, reading articles, going on Twitter and other social media sites, websites, and just trying to scan the landscape for what people think of the Surface Duo, the goods, the bads, see how it aligns with my own thoughts, and if there was anyone out there that may convince me otherwise to what I was already thinking. For the most part, no, there was not. Because what I saw, there was a lot of people just quick to jump and attack the device for the flaws that, yes, it does have, without actually seeing the benefits to the actual device for what it is, not what people claim it to be. So I'm here to, in my own way, defend the device. Now, I haven't touched it, I haven't seen it, but I want to defend some of what I think are positive attributes to the device. Perhaps when it comes out, it won't work out well. I hope to get one for myself. We have to see how that works with everything being the way it is. But just based on what I've seen, what I've read, what they've shown, the Surface Duo seems to be more of a companion device, more so than a primary device. I said the same thing about the Galaxy Fold. and I still stand by that. Yes, this can be used as your main device, and there's no reason many people would not do that. But for me, this is my, as I said before, my primary, secondary device. It's always with me, without fail. But it's never the first phone I pull out when it comes to things more so than a quick text or a quick call. My primary device is normally a more simple device. Right now, it's my LG V60. I can use it with one hand. It can take notes. It has a headphone jack. Everything I think should be in a phone, my LG V60 has. So that is my main device. But there are times I want the larger screen. There are times where the folding device is just the more comfortable device to use, again, because of that larger footprint that it has. So depending on the scenario, that determines which device I pull out. But for the most part, it's the single-handed device. Because even though the Fold does have an outer screen, they did make a larger outer screen with the newer Fold for a reason. And that is where I think the Surface Duo falls in. It's not your primary device. You have that in your purse, in your inner coat pocket, whatever the case might be, and you pull it out when you have work to do. When you have anything but that, you reach for, in most cases, your iPhone or your Pixel or whatever your single-handed device might be, that you don't have to open up to actually get use case out of it. I've read a lot of complaints that you have to actually open the device to do anything, but that's the point. It's not for you to use as, at least in my opinion, it's not for you to use as your everyday go-to device for common things. It's the device you pull out when you know you have that email to answer and you want the larger screen and the larger keyboard. It's a device you pull out when you want to do, in my case, a video edit, or to take notes or read something, let's say, and email and be able to respond to it, or listen to or watch some type of learning video and take notes on it, edit a video. Anything that requires some form of multitasking element, whether it be via the two screens or what have you, that is when, to me, you would pull out the Surface Duo. And it's able to handle all of that because of its dual screen design and Surface Pen input. Now, phones like the Note, which, I stand by my Note 8, I still have it, I still use it. And phones like the V60, when you do add a, like in my case, a bamboo stylus pen, things like that can also do all of the writing and everything else, but none of them offer the dual screen in such a small footprint like the Surface Duo. Now, my V60, as most of you know, does have a dual screen case. And from what I've seen of the Surface Duo, there's nothing the Surface Duo can do, based on what I've seen, that my V60 can do when you attach the dual screen case. But what Microsoft has is a device that is that dual screen. My V60, if you don't opt for the dual screen case, it's just a singular screen phone, and you are limited in that way. Now, I have the dual screen because I like to multitask and it works great, but there are certain features that I've seen with the Surface Duo that I do hope can be updated in the in their Microsoft launcher. So when I do download to my V60, I get the same type of dual screen optimization that the Surface Duo has. That would be great if my V60 could act like a Surface Duo. There's really no reason it couldn't, as long as that dual screen case was on. But there isn't anything that I've seen the Duo do that won't work on the V60. But again, the Duo is built for that. It's a singular device, not a device that needs an accessory to do it. But on the flip side of that, because it's that type of device, the price is up there. It is a folding device. It is technically the first of its kind in a mobile phone. Not the first of its kind, period, but with a 360-degree hinge in a mobile phone, it is one of the first where it's the entire device and not some accessory like the V series and all of that. So personally, I do think the price is a little high for what they have. Specs aside, I mean, last year when they announced it, if it had come out, the price would have been high. Now the price even seems that much more higher because things have advanced within the year that it was announced. The older chipset, a lack of NFC, no waterproofing. It doesn't come with the pen, no expandable storage or anything like that. But depending on your workflow, all that won't be that necessary, simply because what you're doing will work on that phone. The 865 chipset that is now in most common phones is not that much more powerful than the 855 that is powering the Surface Duo. Most people won't see the difference at all. I mean, unless you are a die-hard power user, you definitely will not see the difference. Even with the 865 Plus, the only thing you would see is the 5G capability. The 865 Plus allows for 5G, and the 855 just does not. But my Galaxy Fold has an 855, and it's with every modern phone there. It's actually more powerful than most of them. So the chipset should not be a deal breaker, as it's not a device for everyday usage, and all of the everyday but common usage. Not having NFC should also not be a deal breaker. Most people use NFC to do wireless payments and all of that. It's not meant to be the device for that. Your primary device, your iPhone or your Pixel or whatever the case might be, the single-handed device is a device for that, or your watch, or your Apple Watch or Galaxy Watch, whatever the case is the device for that. And I think that's the direction they were trying to go. This device is for this. Everything else is for that. They weren't trying to make a device that crosses those boundaries, that is supposed to be the is-all, end-all. That's why I say, to me, it's more of a companion device. The device that can allow you to take your work with you and interact with it on screens that are large enough to work with. And then when you're done your work, you put it away. And then everything else, you want to scroll through your Instagram feeds and all that, you pull out your regular phone. Now, if you're already on that device and you're doing stuff, then one screen could be your Instagram and the other screen be your whatever you're doing. But for the most part, I think that's how they envision that device being used. Not as your primary go-to mobile device, but your secondary mobile device that gets work done. Pretty much the same way I use my Fold and whatever else is in my pocket at that time. Again, the price is higher than one would hope. I think if they had launched it at $899 for the lowest tier, $1,000 and change for the 256, and then a 512 one for like $1,200, and give that one the expandable storage or what it might be, people would be more agreeable with the price. But to launch the base tier at $1399, that is, as they say, Note 20 Ultra territory, and that is a powerful device. So unless you really need that folding screen tech, your money would be better spent if specs are what you are chasing on the Note S20 Ultra, even one of the more higher end iPhones, things along those lines, because spec-wise, the Surface Duo is underwhelming, but not so much so it's not usable in the right environment. But those are my thoughts on the Surface Duo. I'm still excited for it. I hope I can find a way to get one myself, if for nothing else than to test out and compare to my Fold, and even better compared to the Fold that is they're going to share more info on September 1st. That's the Galaxy Z Fold 2. So until those things do happen, my name is NG, the Neon X, and the Surface Duo. This is what I'm into.